I'm glad you asked.
We're here to endorse a new product, actually.
It's called Network Television Scarring Cream. It erases everything.
If the boys had scars, we would look like Misha. We'd look better. We'd look better.
We would. And sometimes if that doesn't work, and say you happen to scar your face in real life, then
What do you mean, Jensen?
I'm just hypothetical. I can't speak. I'm nervous. Then we have an entire visual effects department that can just make you look like it never happened.
Tell the story.
I'm not going to tell the story.
Tell the story.
People have heard the story. I split my face open and they fixed it. What do you want me to say? How did I split my face open?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Harrison Ford's got a scar on his chin too, all right?
Yeah, he's Harrison Ford. So here's a true story. When the incident that shall not be named happened, let's name it Voldescar. He actually had to act with. You're not supposed to say Voldemort, so you're not supposed to say Voldescar. Harry Potter. I almost scarred my face. He came to set with dots painted so that the visual effects people could make his face look like the rest of his face, all smooth like a baby's butt.
There's an ironic point to the story, or part of the story, I should say. So I went out with a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, that we used to work.
Don't bring me into this. Don't bring me into this.
I went out with a friend of mine who used to work on the show, and he had since gone on and was working on other shows and doing other things. And he and I went out and had a couple drinks and went back to his place and
Had a couple more.
And then I was like, all right, I need to go home. So I went downstairs. He lived in a high-rise in downtown Vancouver. And as I was waiting for my taxi to show up, there was a little ledge where there was like a planter, and it had just freshly rained. And not thinking, I was like, I'm just wasting time. I'll just hop up on the planter. And you know what you do when you're just kind of wasting time and you're just like, kind of strolling along and, whoop. So I decided it was a little higher than I anticipated. And I jumped and went, oh, it was a good one. And I just hit, and I went, you gotta be kidding me. And it was just leaking, it was like a faucet of blood got turned on. So I'm like holding my chin back up, and I'm like, all right. Now what do I do? I'm not kidding, that's
You were working like it was a Saturday night, or you were working in 2 days essentially.
I was working, I had the next day off,
Yeah.
and then I was working the day after that. So I'm just holding my chin together, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't think it's broken. There's a lot of blood. I don't think I can walk to the hospital from here. I'm pretty sure the cab driver's not going to let me into his cab. I mean, it's just all over. So I called up ambulance, and they came and picked me up, and I was like apologizing. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. This is so anyway, the ironic point to the story is I get to set, and the visual effects department now has to put tracking marks on my face so that they can remove the pooling of blood that is now and the swelling that
It's
my
all
chin.
swollen, yeah.
I mean, I look like Jay Leno.
It was a nice change.
Yeah, it was really had a really nice defined chin. But the ironic part about it was the person that had taken me out was the previous head of the visual effects department.
He planned it all along. He's like, give the new
I was at home going, suck it, boys. And so yeah, they ended up having to fix what was done. And but anyway, If the network cream doesn't work to take off the scars, we always have the visual effects department.